Hello and welcome. I'm working on the Fit again, and in this video I'm replacing the passenger side engine motor mount because mine is stuck. Like, really messed up. Probably should have replaced it a while ago. Honestly, I was planning on replacing it sooner, but the mount I had ordered ended up not fitting and it being the wrong mount. So we don't need that one. So I picked up this innovative mounting engine mount. Hopefully this one does work. Get a better look at this innovative mounts. You can get the full kit for the GD3, which I think consists of the driver side transmission mount and the wheel transmission mount, but it is significantly more expensive. And as far as I know, those mounts are okay on my car. But this one is, but the passenger side is pretty busted, which I will show you in a minute when I take it out. How busted it is. Probably shouldn't be driving on it. Yeah. Looks pretty good. Nice wheels, nice and thick. Big rubble. Should be an improvement. Other than the fact that my mount is busted, another good benefit of this is to help eliminate wheel hop. I've been having a lot of pretty terrible wheel hop in this car, so hopefully this will help with that, help eliminate it. But the downside of it, it will make it a lot stiffer and not as steady drivable. I'm going to be able to feel a lot more vibrations, which I'm pretty used to with my other cars. But if you track your Fit, or even if you're making some significantly more power turbocharger or whatever, this is a good for you. Kind of hoping, since I'm already doing one mount and not all of the mounts, that my vibrations aren't too bad. Since this is a track car, I also enjoy driving it to work and daily driving it. But if it is too stiff, it is, I say it's worth it, because I gotta do something about this wheel hop, because it's gotten pretty bad. This is the mount in question. It's kind of hard to see the damage itself. It's very dark, but not too bad to take this guy out. One thing you do have to do, you do have to support the engine, jack this side of the engine up to get that mount out. As long as you have a big jack, it's not too bad. Before I get started and unbolted things, I got the jack supporting the engine. I'll put a piece of wood on it to not mess up my oil pan. Last thing I want is to mess up that. Now we can take some of these guys out. In order to take this guy off, it is 3 14s and a 12. Next is this big center guy, which is a 17 mil. That'd be pretty tight. Now that that nut is off, you can jack up your engine. Once you jack it up, you might have to hammer this down. I had to in order to get it out. Then you just have to wiggle this guy out somehow. Find the sweet spot. And here's my mount. It's like torn most of the way around. It's good, right? Not wrong with that. No, I don't recommend this, but I did stuff it with a rag in there to help dampen it up as much as I could temporarily, which seemed to work, you know. It helped out, even for an auto cost. And next I gotta take this mount off. This one is a 14. Okay, now this next one is coming up from the bottom. So yeah. Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get that one out. Okay, what I'm doing is make sure the car's jacked up, take that wheel off, and I went through the wheel well little, it's just it got with my impact and got to that bolt on the bottom. Okay, I got this guy out. I did notice a little dilemma, is this doesn't come with any extra bolts or anything. I don't know if it does if you get the full kit or not, but it won't work because this one has like a shank that's built into this mount, and it has nowhere to screw into this, so I'm gonna have to find my own nut and bolt solution. So this one will be for the inboard firewall side, but for the front side you can use the bolt, but the problem is this little shank portion is a little too long. See the shank portion, how it sticks below the mount, which is going to make this raise up and not go flush. So you're either going to have to put washers under it or use a different bolt. I think I'm just going to use a different bolt. I found this guy. So the downside is since the bolt hole is kind of small, it is going to be, yeah, small bolt in a big hole. What I did to get these two bolts started is I put the forward one in first. I just didn't want it completely down, just lightly, because at first this one doesn't line up until I slowly let down the jack until this hole lines up. You might have to pull on the engine forward a little bit to get it to line up, but it will eventually line up. Now I just gotta put these three in. Note that the two holes go towards the firewall and the single hole goes towards the front. Okay, dilemma number 2. These bolts are too damn long because you have all this shank, so I'm gonna have to find a smaller bolt. See, this is a M10 1.25 if you're wondering. These guys should work. Luckily I have a pretty big bolt collection. I keep too much shit, but it always comes handy. Okay, now that I got everything started, now I can run them all down, go ooga dooga. And this one I am going to have to get a wrench on to do that one. Okay, I got everything tightened down. Now we can release the jack. And it should be secure and nice and stiff. No moving. Okay, got my wheel back on. Got off jack stand back on the ground. So I'm gonna start it up. Make sure nothing's funny going on and see if I can tell a difference of vibration. Everything feels normal, revs smooth, the engine didn't feel like it's rocking back and forth or anything like that. So I'd say it's pretty stiff, but I do need to take it for a test drive, make sure, does it feel funny? Okay, I'm back from my test drive. Car did good. It does feel like a soft buzz. You know, it's not super hard vibrating, but it is a slight soft vibration. You can definitely feel it in the steering wheel, maybe in my butt in the seat a little bit, but it's not like super bad or annoying. But it's definitely there. Pretty sure if I got all the mounts, it'd probably be a lot worse. But just that single mount, that's not that bad. I think it was good goodbye. For the most part, it's not a super hard install. There's some a little annoying thing like getting that one bolt on the bottom. Also kind of disappointed that it didn't come with bolts to replace it with. So if you do buy one of these, make sure you have some M10 1.25s. Need 4 of those. And the big one I used was a M12 1.25s. I'll put that here. But if you're wondering why the car is in backwards, I am not done with it. Well, I'm done with it in this video, but I'm not done working on the car. I'm gonna downsize the camber in the wheel. I have Cheddar Auto shims in the back. I have 3s. I'm gonna go down to these 1s to make it less hot boy. Something I've been meaning to do for a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I also have these bushings I might put in. I don't know if I really feel like it. So put in the comments if you want to see me install those fucking things. Those are the trailing arm bushings. I don't know what they're called. I already have an install video for the camera shims, so I'll put a link up there if you want to watch that. If you want to know how to get real camber. Not too bad, not too hard. Pretty good product. I just added too much the first time, so I'm going to go down a little bit. But that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you next time. Peace.